Hi, YouTube. Hello, acquaintance. Hello, new acquaintance. Hello, acquaintance that's hanging in. I appreciate you. It's February the 8th, 2022. It's 9:30 p.m. I did not weigh in yesterday, but I will be weighing in on March the 7th because the money comes on the 12th. And I want to go ahead and give my praise report. And first, I'm going to start with the story of how I got into this house. I'm not going to tell the whole story because I want to wait until 5 years in. Barbazor, get back in the shot. Get back in the shot so the people can see something. Come here. Well, I was living in Muskogee, Oklahoma, which was 3 hours away from where my younger son and his family had moved. Okay, so we moved down to where they were, because now last year my son moved out of town. So we moved to the same town, and I said to myself, I'm going to buy a house in this town. But I got to an apartment that was on the border of a country club and golf course, and I ended up loving the apartment. I had my own yard, and I got kind of lazy and didn't look for a house until I was there at this apartment for 3 years. Are you serious? And these cats get what they want around here, man. So, yes. Bye. Can I leave? See some word. So, I'm there for 3 years. And then in October of, I believe, 2017, a new neighbor moves in. A Karen, a young one. And she got there October. I had been there 3 years, never once late with the rent. And even for the month of January of 2018, I was early with the rent. Well, anyway, the new neighbor who had been there 2 months to my 3 years called the cops on me and my grandkids on December the 26th, 2017 at 10 o'clock. They banged on the door and they were yelling, and they absolutely not only scared us, but they killed our fun. It was December 26th. We were running around the house with toys with batteries in them. So yeah, we were making noise. But the way the cops treated us was crazy. And then on January 4th, 2018, I got that's my cart that I go through the street with, all right? So on January 4th, 2018, I got an apartment violation notice. And from there, everyone took their masks off, because back then I was working from home. It was a big whoop to everybody, and it was just, everyone was just, they just had to bother me and disturb me during the hours that I begged them not to. So after January 4th, the leasing violation, the lady in the office, Miss Ruth Martin, the lady next door, we'll just call her Karen, and the black man above me, they all cahooted to just give me a hard time. And it got to the point where it was dangerous for my grandchildren to come over every weekend. We couldn't do the things that we used to do. So I said, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of this house. So I didn't want to go to another apartment because another crazy person could move in next to me. I said, it's time for me to go buy a house. So when I saw this house on the internet, I kid you not, I said, heck no, my apartment's bigger than that. I ain't doing that. And I spun my chair back around to go to work because, I work on one side of the room. And so a voice told me, spin that chair right back around and look at it again. I kid you not, I hear voices. So I heard that voice and I spun the chair back around and I looked at the house again. Basically, the voice said, this little house that you see, it's two of them. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Airbnb, okay. So each unit is identical. They have a private entrance, a private garage, a private laundry, 2 beds, 2 baths. We share the yard. Perfect, I thought. So I'm going to leave the story there and tell you how I got the house, but I'm going to wait until July of 2023 to tell you. I will give you one little term that people said they never heard before. You ever heard the term pull the note? I have. Now to the prayer cloths. So I see the prayer cloths and I'm like everybody else. I'm laughing at the thing. Ha ha ha. I ain't buying no prayer cloth. That's how I'm thinking. But it's 2021 and things are starting to get very stressful because I'm starting to have rage fits with the thought that there's 2 mocha-skinned girls out here in the world that are my grandchildren and I don't get to see them. And I'm hurt by that. And I'm getting more hurt as time goes on. And it's 2021. And when I hear myself going, I ain't buying that prayer cloth, about 2-3 months later, I hear the voice say, if you want your grandchildren, you're going to buy prayer cloths, you're going to buy 2 or 3, you're going to buy up to 5 prayer cloths. That's what you're going to do. I'm like, you're kidding. So that's when I send Miss Vivian the email with a good heart. I got a good heart. And I go, and now Miss Vivian's a liar, and that's very frustrating to me because she wants so much to be a respectable woman, but she does the most disrespectable, vile things. She's such a liar. So I did not stalk her Facebook. I asked, can I talk to you on Facebook? And I'll tell you what Miss Vivian said. Miss Vivian said, I'd love to see you on Facebook. I want to see what you got on. Miss Vivian always talking about what I'm wearing. Okay. So now I like Facebook, and I'll tell you why. I work the phones all day. So the phones drive me crazy. It's just as simple as that. The phone is on the work side of the room, and the computer is on the entertainment side of the room. So it's easier for me for it to spin around to the computer. Anyway, we're in Facebook, and I'm telling her about the frustration that I'm feeling for the kids. And yeah, I got this son with a TBI, and he's almost psychotic. And she's telling me what's going on with her, and I'm obliging to her. I'm praying for her. And then what I was going to do to buy 5 towels, I'm like, let me get 3 of the towels because I know you're doing work to send these towels, and let me pay 2 of them in a love offering to you because I really want this out there. I want this known. Now, in all fairness to Miss Vivian, actually, I don't feel like being fair. In fairness to Miss Vivian, I wrote the letter, I wrote the email, and I said to her, if you could give a mention on these prayers, I'd appreciate it. So in all fairness, I didn't say how to mention or whatever. But then that's where we get into July, August, September, October. I figure, well, since I didn't tell her how, let me help out. So I just go up in the chat room and say prayers for foster children, prayers for this, prayers for that. By her, I get crickets. By Jay Wilson, I get subliminal disrespect. And by Pastor Nate, the Smart Show, yes, I get a video the next day mocking whatever video I made the day before. So I see this as a pattern, and it's starting to bug me. Now, I ain't bugged by Miss Vivian yet. I'm really coming for Jay Wilson. I'm thinking it's Jay Wilson. But then what happens is that story about the two guys on her birthday. And I'm thinking to myself, you ain't shy at all. Ain't nothing stopping you from saying these prayers, church mother, first lady. What you trying to be? See, I have history with church ladies and those things. They're not really good things. They're manipulative people who are home wreckers. That's what they are. They use people and they break up homes. They tear people down. They have the tear down spirit. And that's what that room is all about, the tear down spirit. But back to my project and what I'm up to. The voices are telling me to get these prayer towels from this lady. So I do. I order them. And like I said, the money that could have paid for 2 towels, I just gave to her as a love offering to get this prayer off. Now, when October came and I heard that thing, and I'm like, she's not shy. That's when the voice is, she's not shy and she's disrespectful. And I'm sick of her, and I'm sick of her disrespectful, fat, greasy church. Jump up there and get her, stomp her. And I said, I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that. That's not what I do. That's not who I am. I even said that to the Lord back a few years ago about cussing. I don't cuss. I don't do that. You better learn to start. What do you think I'm giving billion-dollar industries for? It's because you're going to have to learn how to talk to these demons. This is spiritual warfare, and you're going to learn to talk to these demons. If you want your grandchildren, you're going to jump up on that thing and monkey stomp that Jezebel. You're going to disrespect her the way she's been disrespecting me and my word and my people. These people are leaving the gate open so the devil can just run wild and rampant. So I said to myself, okay, now I still was not trying to touch Miss Vivian, but I did say, well, I'm going to give her a love tap, because I knew what that video, I swear, it was coming after Jay Wilson. It was him that I was coming for. It wasn't Miss Vivian. The love tap on Miss Vivian is when I said the fat, greasy shit in the back of her church. Now, when I said that, I knew that that was offensive, but I figured we friends enough we could get over that. We could get past that. That's where I went wrong, because we didn't get past it. See, what she could have done and what she should have done. It was a misunderstanding. I apologize. And I'm woman enough, I would have been right there with her. But instead, Miss Vivian showed that she is greasier than Jay Wilson. She's greasier, because she went on to tell lie after meaningless thing that is not me, and was going so far away from the prayers. I want to pray for this Civic LLC thing. I've been saying this since 2002 on the corners of Park Heights in Pennsylvania, North Avenue, and Belvedere. And, let me get back to the story. Anyway, I've come a long way, and I did not come this far for it to be taken and stolen by some glutton demons. That's how I felt. Well, anyway, so when I did what I did because the voice said, do you want your grandchildren? So now, as the holiday is approaching, I am getting crazy because my grandchildren are out of town. I don't have a car, and I okay, even before my grandchildren left, I was getting into my depression. They would come over on the weekend